In 2000, during summer vacation, I went to stay with my maternal grandmother as usual. She lived in Wangcheng. Those who have read my novels will surely know this. Let's read the story. Before I even arrived, I called out,
"Grandma!"
And so, she responded with a telepathic call.
"Oh, my grandson!"
Seeing me, she hugged me and kissed me. After putting down my luggage, I went to pay my respects to my maternal grandmother. Here, I should mention that in Hunan, the maternal grandmother's mother is called maternal grandmother. I respectfully lit an incense stick, stood up, and recalled my grandmother's love for me. Alas, she is gone. My grandmother is 91 years old this year. She passed away when I was 9. So this year marks exactly 10 years. A little while later, I followed my grandmother to her room to rest.
Oh my! Grandma Dai! Who is this? Tall and imposing, and so handsome.
Looking in the direction of the voice, a young woman of about 25 or 26 years old, with short hair. Who am I? I don't even know who she is. Grandma is busy introducing her.
"This is my grandson from Changsha, and he is the school president."
He is the student council president.
I corrected. Grandma's exaggerated boasting.
Good. You've got potential.
The young woman laughed and went about her business. Grandma then told me that the young woman was a tenant who had come to clean for the past few days and was moving in today.
Oh, no wonder. I've never seen it before.
Grandma's house is very big. Besides the 2 rooms where the old couple lives, there is another room prepared for me or for our children who come home to visit them.
Didn't we run out of rooms?
Yes, but she wanted to rent it out, and she offered a high price, so I rented her the room on the east side.
Isn't that Grandma's room on the east side? That room has been empty since Grandma passed away, and nothing in it has been touched.
It belonged to your grandma. It has been over 10 years, and we haven't been able to rent it out. Today she offered a high price, and your grandpa and I are retired, so we don't have much income.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know.
I replied impatiently. Why are you complaining about being poor in front of me? Besides, that room has always been for Grandma. Grandma and Grandpa aren't really that poor. Honestly, how many people lose family, friendship, and even love for money these days? Whatever, I'd better play StarCraft. After a fierce battle, I hastily ate a few bites of food and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, I thought I heard a faint but hurried footstep coming from the east room. Thump, thump, thump. I was too tired during the day to listen carefully, and nothing happened that night. The next morning, I found the young woman. Let me tell you her name. Zhang Li, her face was deathly pale, but there was a clear handprint on her left cheek. Zhang Li was also dazed, seemingly lost in thought. Sigh. I can't even control my own hand. How can I care about someone else's toes? I should think about what tactics to use today. So I played on the computer all day and went to bed early at 8 o'clock. Strangely, it was the middle of the night again when I heard a series of light but hurried footsteps. Suddenly,
I paid for Grandma's.
I heard a tearful argument, like Zhang Li shouting and disturbing my sleep. Annoying, I ignored her and went back to sleep. The next morning, I saw Zhang Li packing her things and leaving. Anyway, I need to ask a StarCraft player how to break the robot and tank combo. At dinner, Zhang Li called her husband over. Grandma said he is away on business and rarely comes home. Exhausted, I drifted off to sleep again. Will there be those light footsteps again tonight? Alas, What a pity. I didn't hear those footsteps tonight, but something strange happened. Zhongli's husband left early the next morning. He had to go do business. That night, I heard those light but hurried footsteps again. Thump, thump, thump. What is going on? Suddenly...
Please let me go. I'll move tomorrow, I promise. Please let me go.
It is Zhongli's voice, connecting the dots of the past few days. I started to feel something was amiss. I decided to ask Zhongli tomorrow. But before I could even approach her, she had already come to my grandmother's side.
Grandma, I'm moving out. I'm not renting anymore.
Why? Everything's fine.
Grandmother was offering incense to Grandma early that morning when Zhongli's sudden words startled her. Zhongli stammered for a while before finally saying,
Actually, to tell you the truth, these past few days, I've been sleeping in that room. And there is always this hunched-over old lady reaching out her hand asking for my bed. I said, I paid. And without saying a word, that old lady slapped me across the face, saying she gave them money. The old lady said it was her bed, her room. And she said,
pointing to her left cheek, she saw 5 finger marks. Zhongli's eyes darted around as she spoke, but then her gaze fixed on her grandmother's portrait, unmoving. They moved it without warning, but before leaving, Zhongli respectfully lit an incense stick before her grandmother's portrait.
Please, don't be offended. I'll move out.
And left. Just when I was about to forget about it, another girl came to rent the room, and my grandmother rented it out again. For the next few nights, I still heard that light, hurried footsteps. A few days later, the girl also told my grandmother she wouldn't rent anymore, and she had 5 finger marks on her face. She also paid her respects to my grandmother before leaving. Perhaps this proves the saying, misfortunes never come singly. My uncle recently lost a lot of money in his business. My aunt's luck has been particularly bad these past few days, and my grandfather was hospitalized with a heart condition. One day, a man with a long beard, bright eyes, and strange clothes came in. My grandmother led him around the house. He touched this and rummaged through that, and then stopped in the east room. Grandma then told him about the events of the past few days.
The yin energy here is very heavy.
What should we do?
Grandma was extremely anxious after hearing his story.
There is a way, but it is too cruel. Once its soul is destroyed, it will never be reincarnated.
It is more important to keep it alive. Okay.
An appointment was made with that person.
The day after tomorrow is a good day for her treatment. I'll come again then.
Saying this, he slapped a talisman on the east side of the room.
Don't touch this talisman. Otherwise, I can't cure it.
The person left, but I couldn't sleep. Who was he going to treat? I suddenly remembered Zhongli staring blankly at her grandmother's portrait that day. And that girl also went to her grandmother's portrait when she left. That room was where her grandmother lived. Could it be? Yes. Grandma's back was a little hunched, and she had bound feet, so she walked with those small shuffling steps. It must be her returning. Oh no, that person said they would cure her, and said she would never be reincarnated. I believe in this. Even if Grandma is causing trouble, I can't let that person do anything to her. Thinking of Grandma reminds me of my childhood. Grandma loved me very much and often saved canned food for me. Because we lived far from my maternal grandmother's house, I only visited her once every year or two. Grandma would keep those canned foods for a year or two. Even if they got moldy and rotten, she wouldn't let anyone else eat them. When I was little, I was very naughty. Every time I made a mistake, my grandma would hug me tightly.
Let's see. Who dares to hit my great-grandson?
I miss my grandma so much. It has been 10 years since I last saw her. I wonder how she is doing over there. Thinking of this, a few tears welled up in my eyes. Mian saw that Grandma was about to be. No, I have to save Grandma. Although I don't know if a person still has humanity after becoming a ghost. That is right. Didn't Grandma forbid others from sleeping in her room? I'll sneak in tonight when no one's around, and come out tomorrow morning without anyone noticing, and I can see Grandma again. Night fell, but I waited for several hours, and Grandma didn't appear. Sigh. Am I just imagining things? Sleepiness grew heavier and heavier, and my eyelids became heavier and heavier. Tap, 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 tap. The light, hurried footsteps sounded in my sleep. Is Grandma back? I tried desperately to wake myself, but I wouldn't obey. In my hazy state, I sensed someone beside me, and I could feel her hand reaching out.
This is my bed. Move aside.
It was Grandma's voice. I was a surge of excitement. Why was Grandma so fixated on this bed? Suddenly, something occurred to me, and I pretended to be a tenant.
I paid Grandma.
You didn't pay me. Get down, or I'll get rough.
I'm already asleep. How about we move it tomorrow?
All right. I won't make it difficult for you, but don't touch the bed, or else.
It is just an ordinary bed. Look how anxious you are.
What do you know? There is my great-grandson's favorite canned food under this bed. Humph, don't even think about it. I saved it for him. He loves it. You've seen how greedy he is when he eats it.
The woman paused, clearly recalling her great-grandson eating the canned food. One can imagine she was happily reminiscing at that moment.
What a pity. My great-grandson hasn't come in a long time. Maybe he is tired of this old woman. I miss my grandson.
The old woman's eyes welled with tears.
Grandma, look who I am.
I suddenly shouted, and then felt something stuck in my throat, and my voice choked with emotion.
Fang. Is it really you?
The person only then did I realize it was indeed my grandmother, began to speak haltingly. Grandma suddenly opened her arms, and I, like a child, threw myself into her embrace. To be honest, at that moment, I only felt a warmth in my heart. I didn't care whether Grandma had a body temperature or not.
Silly child, come here. Grandma specially saved your favorite canned food. A few days ago, someone slept in this bed, and I was afraid he would steal the canned food. Grandma chased him away for you. Don't worry, you'll get plenty.
60. I don't know why, but I feel an urge to cry.
Grandma put it under the bed. Grandma will get it for you now. It is right here.
He bent down and reached under the bed, watching Grandma's hunched back as she struggled to crawl under the bed.
Grandma, please don't take it anymore.
Suddenly, she burst into tears, looking like a little sobbing baby.
Haha, you little rascal, still crying so much. I remember when you were little, you'd throw a tantrum over the slightest ailment. But in the end, you'd always say, Fang just needs one can of food and she'll be fine. You little rascal.
As Grandma spoke, she had already knelt on the ground, her hands supporting her weight, and crawled off the bed. Seeing her panting heavily, I rolled down beside her.
Grandma, I'll get it myself.
All right. Grandma's getting old. Sigh.
I leaned to one side. Although I knew Grandma and I were now on different paths, I wasn't afraid at all. Really. Not a shred of fear. I groped under the bed and actually found 3 cans of food. I took them out and saw 1 can of oranges, 2 cans of lychees. But the food inside had already spoiled, turning into a mushy, pasty mess. Some even covered in green mold. I picked them up and checked the production date, March 1994. Good heavens.
Grandma this. When were these canned goods?
I really didn't want to disappoint her, so I didn't directly ask if I could eat it.
They're from a few years ago. Grandma specially saved them for you. But unfortunately, you haven't come to visit in recent years. You seem to dislike this old woman, Sai.
I wanted to say that I was busy with my studies and had tutoring during winter and summer vacations, so I couldn't come to see her. But the words wouldn't come out.
All right. I won't say anymore. It is enough that Grandma can see you. Eat up. Eat the canned goods. But be careful not to choke.
I opened the spoiled can of food, and with tears streaming down my face, I took a bite. Let alone a small spoiled can of food, I would drink a whole bottle of poison without hesitation. But the canned food didn't taste strange at all. In fact, it was sweeter than usual, and my eyes started to blur again. I only heard Grandma muttering,
Grandson, Grandma should have left long ago. But I missed you so much. The official took pity on me. And now that I've seen you, Grandma should leave.
As they spoke, a middle-aged man who looked like a scholar entered the room. I don't know when he arrived.
It is time to get going. Let's go.
He said those words in a deep voice and then walked away on his own. Grandma followed him, turning back to look at me every few steps. I was already sobbing uncontrollably, and all I wanted to do was hold Grandma back and not let her go. But I had no strength left.
Child, be good. Grandma is leaving.
Grandma walked further and further away, her figure becoming increasingly blurry, farther and farther away, until she disappeared. When I woke up, I only saw 3 expired cans of food by my bed, and the room was peaceful from then on. I never heard of any old woman asking for a bed again. Not even now. And never again. That is my deep longing for Grandma.